This game completely came out of nowhere. The name is deathly Stillness, and it was released on Steam in 2021. We should also know that this game was developed in a little bit over 2 weeks. Kinda weird that it took so little, but honestly, this looks like a nice concept. This game is only available on PC, so if you're on console, here you will be able to get a feel and kind of visualize what you need to see in order to figure out if this matches what you like. If you're on PC, then I'd say give it a go for yourself and just feel it out. Perhaps you like it, and the more people like it, the higher the chances the dev comes through with a fully developed project. But for now, let's see what we got. As you can see, the environment looks pretty similar to what we've seen before in games like The Last of Us, and that's obviously a great thing. A post-apocalyptic city where the vegetation is starting to outgrow buildings, because it's been so long since humans had control of the city. That concept is exactly what we need. We've already seen games like Days Gone and State of Decay focus more on the countryside rather than the heart of the city, so this game already has the right idea in mind. Also, the ambiance is another key element in this game. It gives you those vibes and gives the game a tone, which helps eliminate that empty feeling most survival games have nowadays. When it comes to the zombies, they're obviously unpolished. Their reaction, their walking animations are pretty weak. When the zombies walk, it looks like they're sliding, but this has been a problem for a very long time. Most indie developers struggle with zombie designs and animations, and I wonder why.
Dead Matter is a true sandbox survival horror game. You will fight to survive in a zombie-packed, post-apocalyptic world, designed from the bottom up to foster whichever playstyle suits you best. Home to many threats, post-apocalyptic Alberta will throw everything it can.
But yeah, they surely need a lot of work. There's also not a whole lot of looting, so you can only pick up ammo whether inside a house or outside on the ground. So in that aspect, not much to say. The shooting feels like how an indie game should feel. Doesn't feel terrible, but also nothing impressive. I have to say what I'm impressed by is that they have an actual demo like this running in only 2 weeks. And obviously they may have some assets that they bought and whatnot, but there are so many indie games out there like the day before that don't even have raw gameplay in 4 years of development. So regardless of all the unpolished animations and lack of things to do, this game is giving us a feel of what it is. And at the end of the day, we must remember that it's just a demo. It's not really a full game, so our expectations have to remain lower than EA's. But honestly, I'm more focused on the ambience and the environment of this game, which I'm really liking. It has a really cool vibe to it, and when I listen to it and feel my surroundings, I just imagine an open world like this. An entire city full of vegetation, growing inside the buildings, 20 years after the collapse of society. And then you'd have a server with over 100 players. You start out with nothing and have to loot houses and find weapons and food to stay alive. You can either be stealthy and avoid the infected, or you can be loud and attract hundreds of zombies, which are relatively quick, not slow like The Walking Dead, more like State of Decay speed. Because Days Gone zombies are too quick, and I feel like that takes away from the exploration aspect of the game. Since you're too worried about dying right away, the perfect balance of difficulty and exploration is very key for a game like this. Along the map, you will also see some hostile and friendly bases, whether that is from AI or real players themselves. If you have friends with you, you can attempt to raid the base and claim it as your own, but you must realize the more bases you own, the more you become a target. And that's all. I mean, we could go on every day about this, and we could go on for hours and hours non-stop. There's just so many possibilities for zombie games. We have a lot of different ideas. Some people rather have faster zombies, some slower, some want PvP, some don't want PvP, and it goes on with all kinds of concepts. And I really do like all of those, because we all have different ideas on what the perfect zombie survival title looks like. But we have to admit that the prospects of this game expanding to its full potential would be a huge achievement for the gaming community. What are your thoughts? Does this look like a possible success in the zombie genre? Or are there better projects out there? So far, the day before hasn't showed anything, so I can't really say much about that project. I've also seen some positive mentions on Myst Survival, but I have yet to play that one personally. Nonetheless, we would definitely like to see some news on something like this very soon. What do I do here? I think I broke the game, honestly. Like, the zombie's not doing anything. It's just bugged. This is actually the first bug I've seen on this game, and I don't want to move because it's probably gonna attack me. Oh no, this other zombie's gonna mess it up. He's running at me. Yeah, eventually that was gonna happen. Oh man.